on the wing for a few weeks and then disappeared and was replaced by a prop forward called Chico Jackson. It was the same person. But it's just amusing that, like, when people look back in the history, they'll see this person called Anthony Jackson, who was a winger, who disappeared and was replaced by this prop forward called Chico Jackson. It was a nickname given to him by Brian Smith. Was trying to go for like a Jacker type thing, but with his Australian accent, it sort of became a Jeeker, which then turned into a Cheeker.
Nothing to do with the pop idol.
No, it's not Chico time.
No, he was way before, but he had the most horrendous broken nose look, that would have caused him serious breathing problems eventually.
Are we talking Sean Briscoe level or worse?
I think worse.
Blimey, that is saying something.
Yeah, but really good. You know, in the part-time years, a very, very good player. Yeah. And could play everywhere. But apparently had a phobia of cotton wool.
Whoa.
So,
well, some people do have a thing about like the texture of cotton wool, don't they? Like biting it.
Yeah, similar to the polystyrene thing, isn't it? That makes it just.
I think
it's interesting. Go on.
No, you go. Yeah.
No, I was just going to say, obviously, I don't want us to go past without talking about Richard Whiting as the possibly the epitome of an unsung player.
Yeah.
What do we think?
I think he does kind of cover both those things we were talking about, doesn't he? In terms of he'll work really hard to get everything out of his ability to be on the field, but similarly can play everywhere on the pitch.
And has done.
And I mean, I know Dad mentioned, such a good reader of the game, but he was on the books for Barnsley Football Club and they wanted to sign him like pro terms. He had to make a call. Did he go with the football or the rugby? The semi-final in 2013 when we were playing Warrington at Huddersfield, and who was it? Was that, I think Jamie Shaw got a really bad injury and Whiting had to drop back to fullback from the bench, and literally first tackle was, total try saver for, and from a bloke that's just come off the bench.
Yeah.
He might not have been the fastest player on the pitch. Something that he totally admits as the years went by, that his speed was definitely compromised. But he could read the game. If he was slightly faster, he would have been one of the all-time greats because he had the turtle brain for it.
Yeah, he never struck me as having the body for rugby league, though. I think that was always
looked a little bit awkward. He was either too tall and rangy to be like a skill position player, like a pivot, but he was a little bit too gangly to be a forward. And like you say, kind of not that fast enough to be an outside back. Yet he was very good wherever you played him.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, he sort of defies the logic of rugby from that sense, doesn't he?
Yeah.
But yeah, the whole fan song of Whiting is Superman. I think that does sum up your unsung hero bit, doesn't it?
But it does disqualify.
That means he is sung, quite literally.
No, I think.
Oh, the last step is ruled out. Never mind, Richard.
I think we've done a great job of covering that. Like, it does show, like, this. I think, Sarah, one of the things that we've picked out all the way through all these shows as well when we were doing each of the positions is we've probably tried to pick out a kind of player each time that gave us that sort of feeling as well, didn't we? That wasn't the like headline player at that position that your club had, but like made us feel special when we watched them play because they tried so hard. And this is a chance to kind of talk about the epitome of those players, hasn't it been? Who just always, it felt like, did everything they could to get the best out of what they had. And I can relate to those kind of players as someone who's not athletically gifted, but whenever I did play sports, I tried my absolute hardest because it was all I had, sort of thing.
Yeah, you see, that's what I always say about Joshua. He might not be the best player on the team. He's not the best player on the team, but he will never give you less than 100%. And, for that, I think that, it's commendable.
Yeah, and it's great that, we've had the chance to talk about so many players that he can look up to in that kind of role as well. And see, like, well, they made a career out of it, and they, their best attribute was effort and commitment. Yeah. I've got a quiz.
Yay!
It's sort of loosely kind of
not at all related.
Unsung hero related, sort of.
Are they all on Liam Farrell?
I was about.
Liam Farrell's not the answer to any of the questions. What we will. So I've got four players to talk about, and I've got 3 clues to the identity of each player. Well, 4 clues technically, because there's the headline stat-based clue, and then 3 clues, and then for each player there'll be a point awarded for closest to number as well. So everyone can play along at the same time, and then I'll get your answers for who the player is, and then we'll do the guess. And what I guess we'll take it in turns so that everyone has a chance of saying who the player is first, and then we'll figure it out as we go along. So, question 1. This player has played the most times in Super League since the Super League pod began without scoring a single try. So that's this player's sort of unsung claim to fame, that he's played the most times in Super League without a single try. The 3 clues to the identity of this player are, or the 3 further clues are, he plays prop forward. He has played Super League for 3 different clubs in that time, so from the start of 2014 when Super League pod began up to now as we are in mid-2020, he's played for 3 different Super League clubs. His last try that he scored was for France against Wales in October 2018. So, Sarah can go first. Who do you think that this player is?
I don't know.
No answer?
No.
Alan, do you have an answer?
I'm going to go for Romain Navarrete.
Okay, Tim, do you have an answer?
Kevin Leroy.
It is Romain Navarrete. So Alan takes that one, and now for you all to guess, and the closest gets the point. How many Super League games has Romain Navarrete played since the Super League pod began? In that, no, not scoring a try run that is on. So everyone can have a guess. So Sarah, you can guess first.
Just 1 second. I'm going to say 123.
Alan?
My instinct was 120.
Tim?
I was going to say 115.
Okay. Well, it was useful for you to also undercut each other. The actual answer was 74, so I feel like giving no one points.
What?
But Tim... Yeah, because he didn't start playing in 2014 in the Super League. I think he made his debut in 2015, and he was only a bit part player, really, weren't he, at Wigan and Catalans?
Yeah.
So
there you go.
That explains the figure. But yeah, okay. Question 2. This player has played the most times in Super League since Super League pod began without making a single try assist. So he's never put anyone through a gap for them to score a try.
Or he's incredibly selfish.
I'll let you judge for yourself when you find out the name of this man. So the clues are: He's a French prop forward. He's played in the last 11 consecutive Super League seasons, but he's only played for Catalans and Wakefield. So, Alan, I'm going to come to you first on this one.
I don't know. It's not Remy. I'm going to say Remy Casti, but I don't think it is.
Okay. Tim?
Olivier Elima.
Sarah?
I don't. Was it Mikhail Simon?
Sarah gets it. It is Mikhail Simon.
Mikhail Simon.
Yep.
There you go.
So 1 point to Sarah. So everyone's on 1 point so far. Now you get to guess how many games he's played since the Super League pod began without making a single try assist. So Alan, you can have the first guess this time.
I'm going to go 95.
Tim?
112.
Sarah?
82.
It's 114. Tim is the closest, and this time deserves the point because he was very close.
Yes.
Yeah, so I guess when we were talking about whether he was greedy or just not very creative, we know which one it is. Okay, number 3, which I think is the hardest one to get on both counts, but we'll see how we get along. This player has played the most times in Super League since Super League pod began without making a single handling error. So he's never had a knock-on or a forward pass credited against him in Super League since Super League pod began. He's
just not Craig Eden then.
He's a former Australia and Tonga international. This player played most of his career before SLP started in 2014. He played prop in the NRL for Melbourne, North Queensland, Newcastle and Canterbury. And he played in Super League for London and Huddersfield, as well as a brief loan spell for Bradford. So, Tim, you get to go first on this one. Does anyone want me to recap any of these clues?
What was his NRL clubs?
Melbourne,
lots of them.
Yep, Melbourne, North Queensland, Newcastle and Canterbury. So lots of them. A quarter of the league. And a quarter of Super League, I guess, because there's 12 teams, but one of them Bradford. Actually, technically, when he played in Super League, there was 14 teams.
And were London and Bradford in the Super League at the same time?
Yes.
Yes, they were.
Went down together, didn't they?
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Oh, I can picture him. He's got a name you have to pronounce funny.
I'm going to have to...
no idea. Pass.
No. Sarah?
No, I can't get it.
Sarah, do you have one?
No, I ain't got a clue.
Alan?
Oh,
it's come... Oh.
Well, I really don't know, so I'll give Tim his go if he wants.
Calfusi?
It is Antonio Calfusi, yeah. So
there you go.
Tim steals it. So, bearing in mind what I'm saying about most of his career was before Super League pod started, and the last clubs he played for in Super League was Bradford on a loan spell. So it's kind of giving you a picture overall. How many games has he played in the time since Super League pod began that he's made no handling errors in? So Tim's first to have a guess on this one.
63.
Sarah?
25.
Alan?
I barely recognise the name. I'm going to say 5.
He played 4 times for